Canberra, where it could be an historic week for Julia Gillard, but for all the wrong reasons.
With the carbon tax and asylum policy going to a vote.
Look, colleagues, this is obviously the start of another important week.
I assume you're pretty ready, are you? We'll wait and see.
The Australian people do not want a carbon tax.
It's got about 10 years of history at least, and I'd like to get it done, I have to say.
Why won't she have the courage of her convictions and put this to the people at an election?
He'll go round, running round like a headless chook in hyperactive mode.
I won't forget the time when you told me we could be something.
They take the opportunity to seek leave to table some signatures of over 1,200 people in my electorate who have opposed a carbon tax and want to seek an election.
I name the honourable member for Indi.
I'm not here to, persecute Sophie Mirabella. Everybody makes mistakes.
This is a significant day for the Australian nation.
Today will be a day of betrayal if the vote goes through.
Order. The result of the division is aye 74, no 72. The question is therefore resolved in the affirmative. These bills, as amended, have been agreed to.
In the midst of the snogorama, what the opposition branded the Judas kiss.
Or more like desperate mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
They celebrated their betrayal with a kiss.
It's a great big green day for Australia.
Labor to the bootstraps.
You are being marooned by the tide of history.
What incredibly arrogant presumption from a Prime Minister and a government who are on the wrong side of truth.
Tyranny has come to Australia this day.
The House of Representatives, this very alive home of democracy in Australia.
Today's protest reminds Julia Gillard that irrespective of what votes are taken in here, the real problem is out among the voters.
The next election will be a referendum on the carbon tax.
I think it'll be very difficult for the Liberal Party to roll some of this back.
We'll be going to Christmas with a smile on our face.
A day after getting her way in Parliament on her carbon tax, the Prime Minister's had to concede defeat on another major policy front.
I will be supporting the opposition amendments today.
Well, bring it on! Bring it on! If they're not scared of the result, bring on the legislation.
I move that Main Committee Orders of the Day number 6 relating to a national standard for fertiliser products.
The government is filibustering that vote till question time in order to avoid having the migration bill even debated today.
Why is the Prime Minister scared of putting her Malaysian people swap to the vote?
It is clear that the migration law of this country will not be amended.
What's changed over the last 24 hours?
The Prime Minister was disappointed.
The government is not in a position now to have asylum seekers processed in third countries.
What's changed, Mr Speaker?
They've decided to fold their tent and capitulate to the policies of the Greens.
It's happened because the Greens are here.
This is a failure of responsibility on behalf of Tony Abbott.
She stubbornly and arrogantly insisted that it had to be her way or no way.
We are at real risk as a result of Mr Abbott's conduct of seeing more votes.
Admit you don't know how to deal with this problem and call an election.
Order.